Good morning, Otis, and who are you this morning? We're here at the Newport Wetlands on the east side of Newport, and this is part of the actual coastal path. We've already walked part of this before, but the reason why we're here today is because the RSPB have put on special dog walks. Out for a walk with your dog? Head this way for fabulous views of the Severn Estuary. Start from the car park for a 1.5 mile walk to the lighthouse, 30 minutes approximately, and then double back on yourself. Or take our 3.7 mile circular route to the reserve, taking in the big section of the Wales coast path. Please follow the footprint signs from either the car park or next to the welcome kiosk. For maps and further information on our dog walks, please speak to a member of staff in the car park. Tokens can be picked up from the kiosk. Okay, Otis, this way. And this is the main car park for the RSPB Newport Wetlands. So if you're coming to visit, it's £4 unless you're a member of the RSPB, where it's free. And it opens from 9 o'clock until 5 PM. But if you're like us and you're up early in the morning and the car park is closed, there are a couple spaces on the main road just outside the gates. And here are the paw prints that we're following. And Otis is already shot off ahead. Otis, come here. You're supposed to wait for me, little fella. Come on. It's a good boy. Yeah, so this walk's about half hour to the lighthouse, and if you could do the circular route, you can be out for about an hour and a half. And I've not decided what we're going to do yet. We're just out for a amble. We've already completed this part of the Wales coast path, so this is just a bit of fun for the morning. And here we are, the Newport Wetlands Nature Reserve. So it's a combination map, this one. You've got the route that we're going to take today, which is just a little roundabout route there, the red path. That's the circular route, takes you back, and then you've got to cut across here actually to get back. But the Wales coast path, if I pan across to this one, follows the coast to here, then it goes up through Goldcliff, back down, and then you've got to follow the main road before you go through the villages down to through the salt marsh, and then you follow the coast again right the way around the route that we're about to do, back to the car park. Now you can walk straight across the back end here of the sailing club and join the path here, or you can follow it right away through Nash and up. There we are. Either way, it is a lovely walk. Are you ready, Otis? Come on. And this is the route we're taking. This way, Otis. Just up ahead of us, we've got the most massive lighthouse of all time, Newport East Lighthouse, which once upon a time looked a lot taller because the path that we're walking on would have been somewhat 20-30 feet lower down, and there's a plaque here explaining the reasons behind that. That's a good boy. There we go. There's a few other people around with their dogs. I just noticed they got leads on. I thought I'd better do the same. So here you have The mud larder for birds. I think I've read this out once before on another YouTube episode. The mudflats are full of plants and animal debris washed up from the rivers and the microscopic sea organisms called plankton brought in by the tides. This means lots of worms, shellfish and shrimps are a feed for this great soup of nutrients. That means birds, lots of them, wading birds and wildflower from all over Northern Europe head here for every autumn, over 90,000 of them, to feed on the worms and the small animals that live in the mud, keeping them stocked all winter. Okay, Otis. And I think I've read this out before, but I'll read it out once again. As you can see by the photograph, you can see how tall it once stood. And you can see the double chimneys of the Usk Vale post station there in the background. Whereas today, we have one. And it's a lot more different. Well, the East Usk Lighthouse was constructed in 1893 by Trinity House, and is one of the two lighthouses that mark the entrances of the River Usk. I showed you the west side earlier from across the way. The lighthouse sends out 2 flashes every 10 seconds into the Severn Estuary. It is a vital navigational aid for ships approaching Newport, and over 100 years has played a vital role in marine safety and the economic prosperity of Newport docks. And what I need to zoom down to is this one. Originally built on legs, these were eventually covered up with the level of land increased due to the dumping of fly ash from the Usk Vale post station. Originally lit by 12 gas cylinders, which would only last a year, it was now converted to electricity in 1972. It was the first lighthouse in the UK to use the Dayland sun valve, an ingenious device for turning on the unwatched light on and off during daylight. Combined with the flashing apparatus, the sun valve saved 94% of the gas compared to having the light operational all the time. And that's the valve unit. Well, the lighthouse is now owned and managed by the Newport Harbour Commissioners, a board established by Act of Parliament responsible for the safe navigation, dredging and piloting within the Newport Harbour, River Usk, right the way up to Newbridge-on-Usk. Okay, you man. Good boy. Well, we're at the farthest southern point of the wetlands now. Let's just do a little pan around. I start looking over towards Nash. You got the windmills, the wind generators, and you've got the Usk Vale power station, and then you can see the East Lighthouse that we just passed, and then over on the other bank as we pan along the River Usk we have the Westerly Lighthouse, the other side of the River Usk. If we carry on following the coast along past St Bride's, right the way along, then you get the Lighthouse pub right at the very end there. And in the background you can make out the whole of Cardiff city. And then you got the works at Tremorfa. And that takes you over to Penarth and also the Cardiff Bay. Now if you follow the cliffs of Lavernock, St Mary's Well Bay, right the way along, that takes you right the way down to Barry Head. As we follow the coastline along, just make out Flatholm there, which is a Welsh island with a little lighthouse on top. Then just past the fishing vessel, which is heading into Newport, you've got Steepholm, which is an English island. And as we follow across, the horizon is actually part of the Bristol Channel. Then you've got the English coast, Breen Sands. Then you've got Weston-super-Mare. As we pan around then to the flatlands or the lowlands of Clevedon. Unfortunately the sun is so blinding. Then you just about make out Portishead and Avonmouth. So yes, it's half a mile there to the lighthouse. We've walked twice that, so probably about a mile. We can't go that way because it says no dogs, so we have to follow this sign, left and right. So we've got about 2 miles to get back to base. It's also still part of the Wales Coast Path. Come on then, Otis. Good boy. And hopefully we'll head into the shade soon, because Otis just had his last drop of water. Rationed this morning, so I don't have my big coat with me, as you can see. And this is where we leave the Wales Coast Path behind and follow the white dotted path. So you see there where we come from the lighthouse, and we've got 1 mile left to go. Okay, Otis, this way. Well, I think Otis is in collie mode at the moment. Yeah, as soon as he gets home, he turns into a Cocker Spaniel. It's funny that, isn't it? All the traits of stealing shoes and eating everything he can. He's good fun. Whether he be a collie or a Cocker Spaniel. Wait there, Otis. Wait there. Well, this walk didn't turn out to be the red line. It turned out to be the white dotted line that we followed right the way around. It's all part of the Wales Coast Path until we get here, and then we headed north. We are now here, and we've got about a mile left to walk back to the car park up here. I thought this was locked for a moment, Otis, but it's the kissing gate. Good boy. 1¼ miles to the lighthouse. 1 mile left to go. I wasn't far wrong. Otis, this way. This is where the road actually bends from an easterly direction to a northerly direction, I hope. The car is parked over there. It's a good boy, Otis. Yeah, just put your lead back on, Otis. Good boy. Because we're now on a road that's being used by the looks of it. Ah, here's the path. This is what we're looking for. Walk on. Good boy. Wait there, Otis. Good boy. All safe and secure. Let's try and work out where this path goes. I think it's that way. Over towards the church. Just follow Otis, I think he knows where he's going. Hey, good boy. Wait there, Otis. Come to me. a lovely peaceful village. So this is Nash Village. And this must be St Mary's Church. Oh, lovely pub. The Waterloo Inn. Never been down here. Absolutely beautiful. Just need to find that footpath now just to get us back on track. Well, we managed to get through the other side of the Waterloo into this field, and there was a sign saying Wales Coast Path, which heads this way right to the main road. So with this, I'm going to say cheerio from me and a cheerio from Otis. Please click the like button. Don't forget, please subscribe and leave some comments. Look forward to that. So Otis and I are going to head to the main road here and sign off for the day. So thank you very, very much for joining us. 182 subscribers. Wow. I didn't even get to say 180. That's a shame. Okay, wait there then, Otis. Here we are. So this is the end of the Wales Coast Path for us, because we're just parked around the corner there. We're going to head up to the car now. The actual Wales Coast Path crosses over the road. I'll just show you where it goes. Continues that way, takes you down to Usk Vale. But we're going to sign off here. Say cheerio. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.